Hello everybody and welcome to day 6 of the Trailblazer Reloaded League. In the last video, I managed to get to tier 7 where I unlocked the Weapon Master Relic, and we jumped back into some God Wars dungeon where I started killing Kree for some Armadyl armor. The only piece I managed to get was the helmet so far, but we're going to be jumping right back to Kree and hopefully getting the full armor set, and then as soon as we get that, we'll be jumping back into raids. In the last video, I managed to get 100 Kriara KC, which is why I was a little bit disappointed that I only ended up with one Armadyl helmet. I believe that with my boosted drop rates, the Armadyl armor pieces should be around a 1 in 32 or something. So one piece in 100 KC is not great, so hopefully our luck turns around soon. The method I'm doing to kill Kree is pretty simple. I go in the room, and then I click on the boss, and then... well, that's it. If I get low, I eat sharks that I have, obviously, an entire stack of, so that's not a concern. And I just sort of hope that I do enough damage to kill her without dying, which is very funny. Obviously, I don't have access to chins with my regen other than the regular ones, and I didn't feel like that was even worth it. With my relics, I can just shred through with diamond bolts. And then I get a duplicate Armadyl helmet, and I'm very sad about it. But then I go back to Taverley, I run up to the altar, and then I just last recall back and repeat until I get the full set. And I'm very sad now. No! Alright, well, I mean, it's cool, and I'd rather get it than another 19k coins drop, but not what I was looking for. Yes! Let's go! Arma chestplate. That was like 2 kills away from the hilt. Let's go. One more piece. Finally, it's starting to feel like leagues. For a while there, it didn't even feel like I had that boost of a drop rate, but now we're feeling good. By the way, I'm closing in on 200 KC at this point, so, you know... that's kind of sucks, but hopefully we get this chain skirt soon. Let's go! Let's go, dude. 217 KC. Definitely more than I had hoped for, but I guess I can't really complain. I got full armor. Now, not only is this great, because obviously it's full armor, which is amazing, but it's also a task, so there's 200 points for free there, and holy, look at me. Just ignore the shield, but oh my goodness. Now, I have one more thing I gotta go take care of before we jump into the raids. So, if we take a look at the equipment setup right now, we'll notice one thing feels very out of place, and that is the fact that I'm still wearing Void Knight gloves. So, I'm gonna make myself a regen bracelet. I just went and bought a bunch of Chaos Runes, sold them at the Tazar place, and bought it with Toggle. I don't know, it's better than the Void Knight bracelet. It has some melee strength for when I need to melee things in TOA. It gives me health faster, and it's fun. So, there we go. Regen bracelet acquired. Alright, here we go. Back to raids. Let's do it. Me and my boy are kitted out this time, so it should be a lot easier. Easy raid. Hey, at least I got a thread, though. That raid went a lot better than last time. We kind of knew what we were doing a bit better, but boy, we lack mage damage. Even melee's been okay, but our magic damage is lacking. It took me way too long to get my Armadyl armor, so my friend had to go to bed before we could do any more raids, so I'm over here at Soul Wars. I'm going to try and get some adamant bolts as well as some zeal to spend on experience, and now that I have the 8x multiplier, I should be getting a lot per game, so I might just send a couple of these. Alright, couple games later, 521 zeal tokens, and I'm actually going to be spending it on attack experience. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I want to be able to wear some better weapons. Specifically, if I can get another Godsword shard, I can make an Armadyl Godsword, and I think that'd be fun. And if I ever get a Fang from TOA, I need a higher attack level, so I'm just going to do it. I know a lot of people put them on prayer, but I actually have other ways of training prayer, so I'm not too concerned about that. That got me to 74. I would like to get to 75. I don't know how much more I can spend before it tells me I've spent too much. Whatever. 75. I didn't even notice. There we go. The rest I can put on prayer, I guess. Cool. All right, there we go. Now I'm capped, and then I'm going to do a few more games and get some crates. All those Kriara kills kind of ate through most of my Diamond Bolts E, so I need some more Adamant Bolts to make some more of those. And I would love some Pure Essence, because I would like to get my Rune Crafting level up, and I need some of that. And there's just a bunch of useful stuff in there, so yeah, I'm going to send a few more games. Alright, I got 16 crates, hoping for Addy Bolts. Oh my goodness, very nice. It's getting kind of late here, but before I go to bed, I wanted to do a little bit of Slayer, try and get some points so I can buy a rune pouch. The inventory space isn't that important to me because of Banker's Note, but there is a task, I think, to use the thread on the rune pouch, so might as well do a little bit of this, and then there's lots of other unlocks I can get too, so. Oh hey, I think this is my first superior. Nice. I had a Slayer task to go and kill red dragons in the Forthos dungeon, and figured that was a good time to bring my Joker bones that I made and use them on the altar in here, where I got 74 prayer, which is very nice. That means when I get a dex, not if, but when I get a dex scroll from Chambers of Xeric, then I can actually use Rigor, and that's going to be a huge DPS increase for me, so that's very nice. By the way, I've decided the rest of this video is going to be themed mostly towards God Wars Dungeon and raiding. I would like to go to Bandos to get the Bandos armor pieces, and even a Bandos Godsword would be very useful for me. With my spec relic at raids, I can be the one that just goes and guarantees specs. And I would like to go to Krill. I would like a Staff of the Dead. I am currently using a Mystic Air Staff in raids for my magic set, and I don't want to even say how embarrassing that is. And I'd like to go to Nex again. Now that I actually have Armadyl armor, I would like to go and learn how to get kills at Nex, and maybe potentially get my Zerite crossbow or Zerite Vambraces. Both are going to be absolutely massive upgrades for me. So yeah, I think God Wars Dungeon is a must. I would like to do more raids, but I'm sort of waiting for the people that I'm going to be raiding with to come back. And yeah, other than that, just going to be doing some Slayer while I chill out, and hopefully we can get some upgrades. Managed to get to 76 prayer with those bones. Honestly, although the Joker bone thing is very cool, probably not the most useful thing. There are so many other ways to train prayer. Even just getting 1,000,000 prayer XP a day at Soul Wars is probably worth it. And I've also heard that doing pest control with the 8x multiplier, especially if you have combat achievements done, which I am almost up to the medium tier, apparently pest control can actually be pretty good for prayer experience, so. And I don't have the agility level to jump over this. Unlucky. Also, I've swapped to Konar Slayer because I really don't care where I get assigned things, and Brimstone Keys are going to be really good for me. The Dragon Dart Tips, Dragon Arrows are going to be very nice. All the drops are just really good, to be honest. So yeah, hopefully we can get some Brimstone Keys. And I also got a Grubby Key from killing these red dragons that I believe is a task to open. So that's nice too. Okay, I got Slayer points, so I can buy a rune pouch. I can turn it into a divine rune pouch with the thread. Get that task done. And I got a brimstone key. Nice! Like I said before, the rune pouch is not particularly useful compared to the normal game, because inventory space doesn't mean as much to me, but it is still nice. I mean, like I said, I get the task, and I can just throw a bunch of teleport runes in there, which is what I like to do on the normal game too, and then anytime I want to teleport anywhere, I just pull out the rune pouch, and I have all my teleports ready, so it's convenient, not that useful, but still nice. I wanted to go and do some Nex, but unfortunately I need super restores, which means I need some red spider's eggs. So I was going to kill Seracnus and try and get some of these tasks done while I got the red spider's eggs, but turns out that Sarachnis isn't instanced at all, and so now I have to try and find a world, and that turns out to be harder than you would expect. Alright, well, Sarachnis didn't go so well. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's my defense or my gear or whatnot, but the little spawns were hitting me, so I was having to kill them as I was killing Sarachnis, which made the kill slower. So instead, I just went and picked up a bunch of red spider's eggs on the ground, made some super restores, and we're gonna go kill some necks. Someone in the chat just said that they'd recommend bringing a face mask, and I didn't realize that a face mask would prevent the cough. So I might just try that, and maybe I made all these super restores for nothing. Oh, 1 kill in, and I actually got enough combat achievement points to complete the medium tier. Sick. One of the reasons I picked the areas that I did for leagues was that I wanted to learn some content that I hadn't really done on the main game. So specifically, like TOA, Chambers of Xeric, and Nex were the 3 that I kind of wanted to learn how to do. And it's a little bit unfortunate, because on the Mass Worlds and Nex on leagues, you really don't learn much. I don't really know any of the mechanics. I mean, I understand that I kill the boss and then I kill the side guys in between each phase, but I don't really know what's going on. And it's just sort of, you know, obviously it's nice. The Mass Worlds are great for getting kills. Hopefully I can get some next loot soon, but I'm not really learning much here. Ooh. 2 Nile shards, okay. I'm gonna need 250 Nile shards to actually make the crossbow if I ever get the horn. So, I mean, it's only 2, but at least it's a start. I also got these dragon bolts unfinished, which Nex is the only way that I can get dragon bolts. And these are gonna be very strong. It's too bad I can't get more of them because 42 is not gonna last long, but I'm still happy to see it. Wait, what the heck? Perfect Nex, what is that for? I mean, I guess the name is pretty self-explanatory, but how did I get that? Well, this is going to be my 50th Nex kill, which is both a league task and, I believe, a combat achievement. Maybe not, apparently. But I think that's where I'm going to call it for now. One of my friends said he's ready to do some raiding, so we're going to go send a few of these. Any of the upgrades, being Lightbearer or Masori, would help my Nex kills, so I might as well do this first. TOA is a good example where, because I have Banker's Note, all my mistakes really aren't that punishing, which makes it a really good learning environment. I've never really done TOA, I wasn't really playing on my main when it came out, so this is a really good way to learn the invocations and learn the mechanics without really being punished for any mistakes. So this is a good example of what I was talking about before. It's actually crazy how much more comfortable we are after like 2 attempts. All of a sudden, we're like, we know exactly what we're doing. We're coordinated, we're communicating, we're like, I don't even know how to describe it. It literally just takes a couple raids, and all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm feeling great about this. And just as I was saying, perfect Kefri. That went so much better than last time. 27:35. I know it's only a 150. For a lot of people, that's probably not that fast, but for us, that was really good. And it's a purple. Unfortunately, not my purple, but my boy here. Oh, what the? There's no way. What the fuck? I just want it on record that I did more damage than him, so I can't believe this is the man that I'm doing TOA with. His best in slot mage gear is a blue wizard top, a monk robe trimmed, and a mitre. Oh my goodness. I still can't believe he got a shadow on our second raid on a 150 invocation. That's crazy. Unfortunately, I ended up dying on the last fight there, so probably not going to get anything here as to be expected. Perfect Scarabus, very nice. Sad. So I think that's going to be it for today. We managed to get full Arma and a regen bracelet. I'd say that's a pretty successful day. Not to mention my friend getting that Tumekin Shadow is huge, although I may not have it. Him having it is almost as good, considering I'm going to be doing a lot of raids with him. So yeah, I would say today was very successful. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did and you're enjoying the league's content, be sure to leave the video a like, as that's the best way to help it with the YouTube algorithm. And other than that, I'll see you tomorrow. And a big thank you to all of my channel members, but a special thank you to my Tier 3 Big Spoon channel members, Alchemist BTW, Jack Staumer, Zach Martin, Luxitaire, Tony Adkins, and Dolph. Thank you guys, and thank you everyone on screen here for the support.